Oh well, hello. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Oh, is this working or is not working? I think it's working. Just checking this doubling. Okay. Not sure if that adds anything to the experience or not. Alright. Well, welcome to Monza. I'm trying the Vanval, although I have not registered yet, because I don't know if I should drive it or not. Also, I hope my sound is correct, because I have changed everything. So if something is bothering you sound-wise, if anything is too loud or too silent, let me know and I'll fix. Oh well, I need to register before the registration stops. I think the car audio may be a little bit too silent. So do we have anybody? Oh, we have a Slovene. Very nice. With a nice surname. Not sure if like that could be either just having some fun or it could be a legit surname. Well, seeing the signups, I can take the Vanval. Yeah, hello guys. Sorry for not reading the chat before, but okay, I have it now visible. Yeah, Hypercar fixed at Monza. It was Hypercar fixed at Monza last week as well, I think. Just it was in the beginner, it was not in intermediate. Anyway, I'll take the Vanval because the last time I teased the stream with it, but then in the end the server died, so I had to do a different race. So it's gonna be a 32-minute race at Monza with the Vanval. I've heard... Yeah, we raced with Peugeot a week ago, but it was fixed, right? It was Monza fixed. But it was a shorter race. Or was it still intermediate? I don't know. But well, another chance for me to do it with the Vanval. I've heard the Vanneval is not too bad on tracks with long straights. But then I guess not bad means it's not 2 seconds of pace, but only 1.5 seconds of pace. So I locked the rears, right? Oh, well, that goes a lot forward. Oh right, beginner races, of course, there is no hypercars in the beginner. I mean, I don't have anything against LMH fixed, but well, it would be nice maybe if it was just like 1 week to have a single LMH available. Like Glickenhaus and Vanneval a week and then another week just the Porsche and Ferrari or so on. And now I'm locking the fronts. I wonder if this view is better. The A-pillar is a lot... Nah, it's not better. The A-pillar is a lot less intrusive, but then I'm looking at 5 pixels in the middle of the screen as like the windshield is very small. So I need brake bias around 60, I suppose. Speaking of Slovenian surnames, it actually sounds very Slovenian, but you need to be in the area of either Slovenia or Croatia to be able to distinguish. Because in Croatia there is no Čič, it's only Ich or Vič or something like that. So the double Č is very common actually in Slovenia. A different, like many different surnames which end on Čič. Let's check the TC. Well, I don't want to crash. But about relatives, I've had a relative who went to study the family tree, and I don't know, like many generations ago, there has been potentially like 2 Serbs who came like as soldiers, probably, most probably to Slovenia, but that's just like one chance of how it could have gone. But yeah, it's not easy to go 300 or 200, 300 years back when all that you have really is just baptism books in the churches or so, like such things. We're, yeah, like going 1000 years back, we are all related. That's a given. Just like, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 generations. Actually much less. What's one generation? 25 years? 1000 divided by 25 is 40. Oh yeah, well, 30, 40 generations and we have a relative. Yeah, I suppose the souther you go in the Balkans, the weirder it becomes. More and more mix-ups of like Turkish and Slavic surnames. And then you get Erhan Jajowski. So the session will just about allow me to practice turn 1 braking again. Maybe check the fuel. Yeah, the car stops quite well. What was the fuel? 3.75. Of Macedonian descent. Yeah, I don't know. Then it's a quarter Greek as well. I don't know, like... Would need to check the genes. Join event. Yeah, Macedonian of Turk descent. Hi Joao, hi Marius. Welcome to Monza. I hope I have a chance here with the Vanval. I didn't see any crazy fast names, so... Could be the first victory for the Vanval in Split 1. Ah, copy. Yeah, that list is not updating sometimes, and now we have Alex Siebel. Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Except if I try to win it into turn 1. So 3.75. Was it 3.75? Let's check again. Fuel. Yeah, 3.75. So like 16 liters, 15 for the quali. The Vanval LMP2 against the hypercars. Let's go. Now the Glick, I don't think the Glick is much faster. I mean, I have not really tested them properly. The Glickenhaus is so weird, like very bouncy, and then when you go into corners it has weird, I don't know, weird suspension or something, because the more you turn the wheel, the lighter it gets. It's kind of as it had the centering spring, but the opposite of the centering spring, so weird feeling. The more that you load the tire, the less FFB you get. The Vanval drives quite nicely. I've driven ACC yesterday on Monza. It was with the BMW M2, and now I'm having serious issues with my brain. Because despite the new tire model really not having much of a ability to like lean hard on the front tires, I can still use the front so much more. And then in the ACC the rotation stops after the apex or something, I don't know. Well, I did some races last time and there were like 10 splits. I think the beginner levels, of course, have a lot higher number of splits, but even the endurance kind of races, the VEC weekly ones, get multiple splits, so there is always some nice racing. Oi! Alright. Copy, copy. Yeah, I left brake bias on the default one. I will not do VC Le Mans this year, or well, no plans to do it, but as well on that weekend I have 2 other races. So I don't really have time for it. Okay. I saw the energy and I thought that's the fuel. Wait, FFB dead? Okay, FFB is back. Yeah, on the same weekend as the Jimmy Le Mans 24, there is FSRWC and also there is... What's there? The Trans Am historic event, so I will be doing those 2. Brake bias, yeah. Yeah. Lock up. I still have not assigned the slip to a button. I wanted that almost max. Switching between RF2 and ACC and LMU, I'm completely confused which button does what. But luckily there is all the settings, or every setting available in the HUD, so... Alright. Did Michi tell me about the slip? I mean, that's a tricky question because I talk about the slip with Michi many times. Alright, 3 laps of Vanwall. That was very interesting balance. On the entry it was super aggressive, and then as soon as I went on the power it stopped rotating. Slightly too deep. Is it just me or are the gear ratios ultra long? Not really used to having second gear at Lesmo 2. Or even here. So the lap time, it's a 35. I hope I can do a mid 35. Ay, ay, ay. I guess I save a little bit of fuel so I don't run out of it in the next lap. I should have taken fuel for one extra lap. But if I box now, then I will have cold tires. Turn on my fan. Yeah, no, there is no Van Valwin, most likely. But I really needed to try it at least once. Oh, it's super stiff. That's a P11. 2.5 of pace. Alright. Well, we will have some fun in the midfield for sure. Well, conservative thumbnail, yeah, I don't know. Could be 0, could be 4. No, it's not 4 anymore. Not possible. So let's see how many laps I do. 32-minute race. 2.5 of pace. Am I even staying on the lead lap? For sure I am. 93.5, let's say. "21 laps times 3.75-ish. 78. I don't trust the fuel values. What was 3.85? What am I doing? 21 times 3.85. Yeah, that's 81. Although I will probably save some fuel in lap 1. This car really requires a lot of fuel. 82. Well, with the Ferrari, 82 is sometimes good for the whole stint. It's a bit more than that now after the updates, like 90 for some tracks, like Portimao, which don't require that much fuel. Yeah, the Vanval is very decent. I'll be getting the the Tom Dillman experience. I just need Jacques Villeneuve as my teammate now. But, well, unluckily no driver swaps.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Interesting.
please start your engines.
4 Porsches and then Alex. But I suppose Alex didn't practice at all. I'm not the only one, Val. How to pronounce Vanval? It's a British name. With car created in Germany. And the team is Austrian. And the owner is Romanian. I don't ever know if this is gonna reset or not. But anyway. TC cut 1. I'll put TC to 7 and then I suppose... I don't know, I think it was quite limiting now out of some corners. So... But that was not Sleep. Sleep was still aggressive. Or like not aggressive enough. I think the normal TC was a bit too aggressive. Or maybe the car just doesn't have the power to have any rear wheel spin. Yeah, Timo, I don't know how to pronounce that pronunciation, so... Wawal. I hope the relative is visible. Wait, where is... Oh, flat out from the start, I suppose. Oh, we are stopping again. I heard there is no penalty for just going like crazy sometimes from the grid. I'm scared. Yeah, they are already going at it. What do I do here? I take half a point. A shame that I didn't really gain any positions. I thought with that huge crash or incident or whatever, I would at least be P10, but all good. Maybe some crashes now. Bonk. Where is the power? Oh, okay. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. People. I forgot that the driving standards below P10 are not that great. Oh, that was the Vanval. that started from last. Although that's the I guess the genuine Vanwall experience from last year's WEC. At least here I can battle the Ferraris and Porsches still. Even though it's for P17. Victor, the Sunday didn't happen. It was just a dream. Like the whole FSR season. Oh, hello, Owen. For some it was a nightmare, for some it was a pleasant dream. Oh, gotta love that exit from that, it's a Peugeot. So fast. Oh, I was told that Vanwall is not too bad on the straights. But I'm not having the best time on the straight here. I think that anti-cut still has to be taken, even though it's very bad for the balance. It just opens up the corner so much. I'm still getting those snaps. Well, I guess TC8. Oh, yeah. Well, that's where the track limit system still needs to be fixed. If you are avoiding traffic or like avoiding crashes, it should not just give you a penalty or like penalty points. LMP2 engine. Although we are closing up on quite some people ahead, though not sure if they're just crashing around or if they genuinely don't have the pace. No, that's quite a nice balance actually. Even taking the sausage. More smoke. Ah, he went straight. A bit of a dangerous rejoin. Still a lot better than what I did on Sunday. Exciting stuff. So do I have even any chance in Slipstream? Double Slipstream. I mean, at least the brakes stop the car effectively. Still the rear goes. Why is TC not doing anything? There goes the caddy. And they are just driving away. Ooh. Yeah, there is something very intriguing about how this car is making the hairpins. At some point the rear just... I don't know, there's a forklift, but not like in RF2. Oh, that's a cut. RIP. So the blue car ahead is P10, yeah. P10 would be nice, but then the cars behind are closing in again. Oh, the Toyota clipped the sausage or something. Oh, what am I doing? I thought he was going to defend the inside straight away. And while thinking so, I lost the rear. Oi! Oh, it's the Glickenhaus. I was wondering why he's so slow. The Clash of Titans for P11. But the Glickenhaus at least seems to have straight line speed. I just have good braking performance and that's it. Even if I get a better exit, there is just complete lack of acceleration. I'm such an optimist. Almost a Scandi flick. Are there some engine mixtures? I was in race, I think. If he didn't make a mistake, he would be already side by side. I mean, it's quite fun to drive. It drives very nice. It's just slow. It's so good in the first chicane. Well, fair point, Victor. But still. He's pitting. Why? It just rockets into the apex at some point. It's so funny. Like, initially when I load up outside front, it's kind of alright, and then I'm on a good solid trajectory towards the apex, but at some point it just boom, it just decides to go. And then it's easy to then it's not easy to judge where I'm gonna hit the anti-cut. It's actually not hitting the TC, like, even though cut is 1, I now felt exactly where it was actually activating and when it was not. And I guess that's problem with the TC slip. It's not aggressive enough. Third gear is good enough. Can already feel the rear start to struggle. There is a patch on my left arm. Ah, the sensor. Yeah, on Sunday it was on the right, so maybe 2 weeks ago. It's well, just blood sugar monitoring for my diabetes type 1. Unlucky genes. Oh, Owen, you are a co-sufferer. I see. Seven years already. I had it since I was 20? 2014? Was it? No, it was 13. Hello, Dennis. Yes. Who is next? Libre, oh yeah. I mean, it would be worth a shot, right? No pun intended with the shots. Where are all the cars? Nobody behind, nobody ahead, really. There were like 2 very fast cars behind me trying to kill me on the straights with their top speed, but now I'm pulling away from that Glickenhaus and nobody's passing him. That rotation, so good. The gear ratios are a bit broken, right? 5th gear into Parabolica. At least the tires are working, the car is still becoming quicker and quicker. That curb on the exit of turn 2 is so weird. In RF2 it always felt like one is just losing performance by taking it, but here every car I try, it just feels so good to take it. Ah, did I beat it? Was it 35.5 in Q? I don't know if the tires are finally up to temp or if my brain is finally up to temp. But I'm starting to catch P10. I think that was like half a second of gain this lap, and I lost 2 tenths. Esports drift. 3 tenths slower because of that. Oof. Thank you. Oh well, P10 is not slow enough. I need more mistakes from him. Actually, I did lose 6 tenths myself, so my fault for not gaining. Why is now rear locking up? Kind of feels like a cliff, like some kind of cliff happened, but maybe it's just my head not working properly. Like before I was able to do consistent mid 35s or mid to high for some laps, and now it's slower. I suppose second gear is a bit better, although the Delta was happy with my line. Though again on my fastest lap I did miss the apex. Yeah, 2/10 off. I did brake slightly earlier than previous lap not to get that lock up, but I don't know if that's worth 2/10. Oh, P9 has a problem. Ah, the pace is good. It was just in my head. So 2 more laps. I must have absolutely nailed turn 1 in my PB. Cannot get close to that delta. Why are they both relatively quick this lap? No, the TC is cutting a lot now in the second gear. So final lap. Okay. Well, I can understand 60 millisecond loss. Actually, do we have another lap after this? Probably the leaders have crossed the line before 0. Yeah, one more lap, okay. Oh dear. Ay, ay, ay. And P10 was having a mistake, so I would be quite closer to him now. Why didn't the TC activate? That was again the slip TC problem, I think. And now the rear is hot. And it's gonna lock up everywhere. Yeah, because I was kind of penduluming through turn 1. And I did the most logical thing that an RF2 esports driver would do into turn 2, and I absolutely smashed it with the steering wheel into the left. And then I guess the rear said, well, no thank you. But oh well, even if I matched the PB, I would be still 3 tenths behind P10. Oof, well, that was a race with one valve. From 13 to basically last, back to 11th. So for a moment there, sorry everyone for bad driving. Oh well. What should I say? Ah, would be nice to be able to check the replay. 58 behind the winner. And I guess I did lose 10 seconds with lap 1. So maybe 35, no, 40 to 45 seconds loss. Yeah, 2 seconds of pace on average. So alright. At least I'm in the top half, which means that the DR calculation will not be as brutal as it could be. But, well, I hope it's minus DR in single digits. Why don't you generate? Oh, there we go. Minus 13. Alright. Still gold. This SR is way too lenient. Can crash a lot and still be plus. Alright, now we go to... Oh, here we are with several clicks again to get actually back to online. No, register, continue, register, join practice. And I need to pull that cable out. And I will be back in 2 minutes. Wait, let's see if that scene works. Nice. And we're back. With a small issue, which is that I just realized that my only actually good setup has a very high rear wing. And I guess I need, I don't know, 2. And I suppose there is no problem with leaking LMP2 setup, because LMP2 does not get used in real life anymore in World Endurance Championship, and therefore things are not that critical for LMVS. What do we have here? I don't know. It's gonna be understeering. Wait, I need... What do I need a bit less? Oh, it's detached. Well, let's see how it feels. Is this... Wait. Ah, shame. It was the feature when you go from one car to another and it actually keeps your like seat position. So then if you go to Ferrari, LMH, full ahead, and then switch to another car, then suddenly you will be actually still way further ahead. But now I resetted it. Oh, panic. Why did it snap? Quick Motec Consulting. I guess it's just an aero balance issue. I don't want to race whole race with problems at radial on. What to do? Default setup, I don't know if I want default setup. I don't know, the suspension is also a lot different than it was in Le Mans Virtual. I don't know. Let's try to survive. At least I'm not... Ah, okay, he's in GTE. Just wanted to say, at least I'm not expected to win, but I am expected to win. Hello, Hyperdrives. The penalties are usually taking quite long, so he will for sure get at least one penalty for taking out Michi. And then I don't know how much I trust the stewards, but he should get a penalty for squeezing me onto the curb and not leaving enough space and then causing that incident. So he should get 2 penalties. But the penalty for previous round was announced actually on Saturday, or actually Sunday morning. Like, it was very late, so let's see. Oh, hello Victor, how are you doing? So what's the... wait, I should get into the server first before talking. Join event. So Victor, what's the outcome of the IRRs for Imola? You'll do them tomorrow. Alright. Enjoy. Now, it was very marginal with Manuel and myself. In Codemasters it would be absolutely fine. Well, Kami is always busy. So let's see Aero. So default setup is on rear wing free. Has a bit stiffer front. I guess the toe... I'll use rear wing free. I don't want to die. Dampers, no, dampers don't do anything. Right height. Well, in Radial 1 it's squashed anyway, so it's not gonna do anything. Well, let's just hope that somehow I am alive. Ah, alright. Only 2 for WC. And both are from one single team. Protesting one single driver. Okay, that's balanced. No, it's quite aggressive, I don't know. The car has surely been changed quite a lot when being ported from RF2 into LMU. The suspension works quite differently. Oh, very much on the nose. Gonna be fun. I need to tighten the diff. Although in low speed it's great. It's just the aero. I don't know if I can trust the default setup, but I guess I should. I just have PTSD from Bahrain one time where I used default setup and I was half a second off pace. Oh, okay. So please let me click fuel, a bit less fuel. One more coast. So what was the problem? Yeah, a bit more preload. Power is fine. There was something here to be clicked. Yeah, I would need +1 front spring to reduce a bit of grip on the front. I don't know, I'll just drive. I should listen to Dennis more often, but I'm reluctant. Ah, yeah, I cannot load it, of course. Well, I can load it, but who knows what I'm gonna get when I load it. Why? This is so strange. I lock up front right and the rear starts sliding. And then sometimes in hypercars, I lock up the rear axle and the car is just understeering. Well, yeah, the hypercars, yeah, they have hybrid and so on, but still, when I see the rears locking up, or like when I see the rear tires becoming red and the front tires are still green, then I imagine that the rear should be a bit loose, but it's not. It's just understeer until it snaps, and it snaps very late. But when it snaps fully, which is fair enough. Alright, well, please car, keep me alive. That's so weird. At the moment when I step on the brake, the rear just says, no, I'm not going to brake. Well, the front says I'm not gonna brake, but the rear says I'm gonna lock up. Well, supposedly there is still the bug with fixed setup, yeah. Wheelbase is at 7... Okay, wheelbase is at 75%, and the default, or like the max torque is 25, so it should be like 18 Newton meters. And then in game, I reduce it accordingly, like for LMP2 here I have it 0.5. Some hypercars it's 0.65. I had a great Le Mans setup for this car, very drivable on Rearwing 1, but it's not there. I cannot see it somehow. I mean, this car has Le Mans Aero package, so it kind of makes sense that you cannot load the same setup onto it. But maybe the Aero package was just a thing of the past and now the rules are different, I don't know. So let's see how far off am I. 1 second and a half. But oh well, the lap was not too great. I can still gain a lot. Purple S1 despite turn 1 issues, and then green sector 2. P1 surely has a bit more rear wing. So where is the braking point for bus stop? Nailed it. Still not fast enough. Well, one more try. Well, it's not much of a secret, but still a bit of a secret that I did a little bit of work for Himo. But only Ferrari and Porsche hypercars. I didn't see the replay of the crash, I just saw a thumbnail. But I didn't click it. Oh, this is so close for pole position. But I need to brake at perfect spot. A bit early. Oh, but still. I carried good speed. Oof. Okay. Setup is good. I need to check that video. I saw one crash, but it didn't really show the contact, but I guess that was a different crash. Yeah, I need to check. Okay, 125 seconds. And he kills me by half a second. Oi, 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 oi. I'm gonna go rear wing 4. So what was the fuel? .55, so let's take 3.6. If I'm having more fuel, oh, more rear wing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engines.
16 times... Did I say 3.6? No, 3.6. 58. Only 58. Oh yeah, it's basically full tank, right? Yeah. Where is the grid? Surely gonna burn 1 liter more. Let's take 60 just in case. Half a second of pace. I guess I had half a second somewhere, but I just wasn't trusting the car that it will survive corners. Need to put brake bias a bit more to front. I think just the pressure is too high as well. What was the brakes saying? Brake temps. Nothing special. Anyway. No calculator holder yet. Unlucky. But now I have this new mic stand, which makes it a lot easier for me to, well, to mic. Because before it was shaking together with the whole rig as it was mounted on it. But now I can basically not see the whole, this part, so I need to look around to find the keyboard keys. So things get a bit tricky. If I mount it here, I'm not gonna make it out of the rig. I could mount it like on the top somewhere, like airplane. Or well, some racing cars have buttons on the ceiling as well. Or well, on the roof. I don't know how it's called in the cars. Yeah, so car diving, had to leave space. So let's see how much rear wing he has. Oh, okay, he has a lot of rear wing. So that is P1. And now good luck to him trying to pass me. Although I suppose with half a second pace advantage it could be doable. He's on max rear wing. Why would you do that? Well, maybe good for quali pace. Somehow. Yeah, at Portimao I had max rear wing setup and there were guys behind me gaining 3/10 on me with less rear wing. So I thought Spa would be all about rear wing 1, but it's not. So let's see from 4/10 back. Is he able to get any close? Not at all. He might have a realistic chance into Fania chicane. Although my balance in Pujon is actually quite good. Well, hyperdrives I had and still have that fear. But it's Spa, so even if the car wants to kill you, you still need to kind of survive with lower wings. Well, I mean, it's difficult when you try for the first time with 10 minutes to go through Rouge into Redillon and the rear dies completely, like the rear wing detached, and then you know you're in for a fun ride. But going from 2 to 3 somehow on the rear wing already helped the situation a lot. I don't think the other settings changed much. Like, I did stiffen up the differential, but well, that does not have any effect when going flat out through Rouge. And now on rear wing 4 it's quite good. Still here, like, this corner is quite on the edge of being unstable, but it has just a little bit of operating window where I can use the grip quite well. But I don't think I'm gonna get any breathing room for the whole race. I find it weird that 14 did not defend in lap 1 into Lecombe. Like, he still had minimal overlap when we started to brake there, so if he was on the inside, he could have tried to outbrake me, and then I would be like, well, either I turn in and spin or leave in space, so I would leave him space, and then he would have more downforce to exit these corners here ahead of me. Maybe. But he kind of very respectfully moved to the outside on Kemmel. And most likely now he wishes he battled me more hard. I'm tempted to downshift to 4, but then I'm gonna lose the rear through Puchon. Okay, now he's very close to 10th. Slipstream should do something. The A pillar, very annoying. Oh, he's got a really good exit. Yeah, now he is defending the correct side of the track. That was quite aggressive from me. I think I just gently turned into him. Hard to judge. But well, he again respectfully braked with intention to already make the apex and give me space. So maybe I was too aggressive. Yeah, I wonder about the tire wear. Like, there should not be much of a tire wear. And also not sure if this is the same exact compounds as we used in Le Mans Virtual. Because if it is so, then these mediums will not really have any drop-off for the duration of this stint. Weird throttle understeer on the exit. My diff power is fully opened. This corner will be a struggle. And then he's very close in Fania and on my rear through Stavelo exit. He did a mistake, I guess. I'm struggling with a bit of on-throttle understeer, but it's like either quite snappy rear or understeer rear. There is no middle way. About Le Mans Virtual, I have heard many rumors. And nothing that I can actually trust. But I assume they could try something like they tried 2 years ago to start in September. That timeline kind of makes sense, as then you have the big event in January when the real life drivers can attend. But of course it all depends on the stability of game. Indeed, Hyper. So, as the fuel decreases, the lap times are still faster and faster. And I am even pulling a little bit of a gap to Oliver behind. I need to start hitting the apex in no name. I take the curb on the right going into it. And then, despite opening up the corner, I just cannot hit the apex. Oh right, it's multi-class. I always forget in these intermediate races, like race kind of stabilizes and everything, and then suddenly a GTE appears. Oh, we scared him off. If I didn't dive here, then it would be difficult. Finally the apex. I really need to nail these corners to have at least a little bit of margin before we hit the traffic in the wrong space. Oh, purple S2. Weird that there is no cut detection out of the last corner. Oh, that will be lucky for me. 14 will get the car in the middle of Eau Rouge. Although, am I gonna get held up here? Lucky. This green tarmac there on the exit of No Name is wider than it seems, for sure. Several times I thought I'm gonna touch the gravel, but somehow I was still on smooth terrain. Yeah, that personal best previous lap was very useful. If I didn't pull some purple sectors, I would have 14 in the slipstream. I wonder when we are catching the main GTE grid. Although here, okay, relative 10 seconds. What? P4 in GTEs is 10 seconds ahead, well, 9.2. So it means that the grid is already so much dispersed that we have overtaken most of it. The rear just about wants to kill me, but just on the edge of being stable. It feels so weird to have quite small gap in top speed between both classes. As the LMP2s had their engine power taken down, or was it increase in weight? Too far. Oh, 14 is going to get absolutely killed there. Very lucky for me. And he lost half a second, no, even more than half a second. Oh, I am massively overfueled. How did that happen? It's 4 more laps. Oh, it's not massive overfuel, it's like 3 liters. That's fine. I did say it was 58, and then I took 60. Hyper, I saw that article as well, but again, I just saw it, I didn't click on it, I didn't read it. But I mean, it makes the most sense, right? Previous LMV or LMVS announcements were at Le Mans as well, on site. So let's hope for the best. Okay, my car suddenly goes fast. Four tenths on the Delta, crazy. And I even outbroke myself into Lecombe. Or does that mean that I was braking too early every previous lap? I'm gonna get held up here anyway. Yeah, there was some talk about it not being for the top 1%, but for the other 99%, which is, I don't know, a bit weird. How are you going to make a competition where the fastest drivers will not be in the spotlight? But I would assume they would do something that, like, there will be like qualifiers through this race control system. Or I would even assume that they will try to make splits. So like the big broadcasted event has, well, the main drivers and the real life drivers. And then bottom splits, well, or splits from 2 to whatever, have everybody who qualified with a sufficiently fast lap time or something like that. And then they could like put equal prizes for every split, or like a random draw or something. But let's see what they announce. Yeah, exactly, hyperdrives, that's what I meant. And that, I guess that just makes the most sense, right? When you have 1,000 drivers in 30 splits, it just creates a lot more hype. So somehow I now have pace over 14 in P2. Not sure what happened. Maybe I just got used to the car or something. Actually, the only thing that I'm doing differently than in the first laps is I brake a bit later, because I learned the braking points. Also, the car just handles better. And also not sure if it's the tire wear, but the balance is becoming less and less oversteery, and in some corners I feel more and more understeer. And maybe that's why the car is better and better, because it was initially quite oversteery. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a stress-free last lap. And after this, it's either LMP2 fixed at Algarve or Fuji GTE fixed. Got a huge lockup, but didn't lose any cornering performance. Deer tires. Well, it's not the latest tire model on LMP2 yet. Oh, is the guy still parked there? He must have forgotten something in the oven. Now the car just keeps getting faster and faster. A bit of a mistake in the last corner, so no triple purple, not even PB. But I guess a win is a win. Tire wear. Not sure if you can see, wait. I can do it like this. Actually, I guess it... Yeah, I need to fix this Rafa logo, and it's just a bit awkward with the position of the in-game HUD. Setup, save, save. Slightly oversteery, but in the end it was very enjoyable to drive. How are the results up yet when the race is not done yet? So we switch to beginner. And I will try for the first time the Porsche. I heard it handles quite well. Well, I suppose I joined the practice and escape after a lap and check the results of Spa. Yeah, indeed, Kahel, at least 1 out of 4. Let's see. These beginner events are always a big gamble. Sometimes it's easy win by 20 seconds. Sometimes there are 2 or 3 guys that are just a second quicker. Let's see who joins today. And what hypercar would I choose for LMVS now? Well, with the current BOP, it's the Porsche. Half a second faster on average. No, maybe not half a second, maybe 3/10. But if the BOP, discounting Vanwall and Glickenhaus, if the BOP between the 5 important cars, so Peugeot, Cadillac, Ferrari, Porsche and Toyota, if BOP between them is good, I think I would go for Cadillac. I just enjoy it the most at the moment. Wait, I need to fix FFB. Or first I need to fix the calibration. Well, actually, let's see how the FFB is in the corners. I now fear moving the camera. I wanted to move the camera a bit. It's session over. Tough luck. I want turn 1 at least. Oh, the curb is killing the FFB. Hello? I guess. No need to escape even. Did I get Motoclog out of this? I got it. Trying to check. Oh, there is no engine power recorded. Unlucky. Yeah, about the Cadillac. The thing is that it just like it handles, or like the FFB resembles the RF2 FFB the most. The Ferrari has that really ultra strange thing in low speed, because sometimes in hairpins the front momentarily detaches. It just doesn't exist anymore. The Porsche is alright, but it's a bit tricky in high speed. I think it's tricky to set up. 3.2, alright. And then the Toyota. A Toyota is alright, but Toyota is quite I think quite aggressive, like you need to make it very understeery for it to be somewhat stable. So, well, after some hours of setup clicking, maybe I would start to like it more. It's alright of a car. It's just, I don't know, it feels like it would be not the easiest car to drive. Peugeot, cannot really comment much on it because I just did one fixed race. And I was half a second off pace because I was not riding the anti-cuts enough at Monza. But it was kind of alright. It's slightly tricky in the dry with how the motors activate in low speed and in high speed. It can be like in flat out corners like Ascari exit. It can be tricky because the front motor activates and it pulls the car into a little bit of understeer. And I guess same would apply for several corners at Spa. But I mean, for sure you can adjust the setup around it. Yeah, with the winged version, maybe. Let's see what the studio produces. Yeah, we'll have quite some opposition here with Banegas in the Porsche as well. I don't know what's with these lists. Sometimes I join the server and there are people who were not on the list. Okay, weekly, daily, beginner, join. Why is it so difficult to make the join button refresh itself? Quite annoying to have to go out into a different menu and back again. Oh. Why the beeps now? That's from Motec. Did I get a log or what? Well, I do have a log, but what's it for? I guess the plugin got confused by the server shutting down. Well, the BMW makes sense, kind of, because it's supposedly the same car as the Cadillac or something like that. Not sure exactly how real-life manufacturer deals work. It's 6-minute quali, so that's gonna be 4 laps. I guess 15 liters is enough. Bonk. Did they finish telling about the camera before? I think I saw the red light and killed the pit limiter. Yeah, now I think if I move the camera, it's gonna reset to much worse positions. And then that box on the top left will be in the middle of the screen. So I'm quite happy to at least have a pillar removed fully to the left, like it should be. Oh, the curbs are brutal in this car. Front lockup. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, the brakes are really good. Oh, so good balance. I just driven here with Aston and with Ferrari, and in these corners they feel like there is no rear wing on the car. Or that the front ARB got detached. Well, Porsche is still very positive on the balance, but it's drivable. Too early on the brakes. So what did I have? 52.0 I think, or 0.2. And then cut 1, this is 6. Fuel is in the setup, yeah, okay. I hope my neighbor does not come knocking on my door because of these curbs. It's not even much force, it's just the rumbling that's so hard. It just shakes the whole rig. I need to put some filtering. But no time for that now. Too early on the throttle. In first gear it would be good because it would induce some more rotation. Sector 3 was not the best, but alright for the first attempt. Need to gain second of lap time. I'm braking too early. All over the place. Now I just have one more lap. Oh, I have overfueled massively. Well, one more chance. Now it locks up. Too early, too early. Still somehow I managed to make the corner. That was at least a 10th lost. Oof. Ay, bad. Very bad. I suppose the tires are not even good anymore in the third lap of pushing. Alright. Well, I try turn 1 again. The front is still locking up. So I need less than 52%. So that's 97 seconds for the lap time. 13 laps. And that means 2.5. Three. Although I guess I can just go into setup again and do this. I'm afraid the rear is gonna kill me more in sector 3 if I do this though.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engines.
And the cars are still so difficult in sector 3. Oh, I ended up P5 somehow. Copy. And I can try moving brake bias to front, but it's still gonna be crazy with the rear sliding. Just the front will be locking at the same time. keep trying to click this arrow here, thinking that I'm gonna go to the default monitor like in RF2, but it will ask me if I want to escape the server. Many Corvettes around. Well, if if you turn on ABS, then the Corvette is a really nice car. Maybe I should try ABS one day. Oh, it's not... Where are the driving aids? I guess not here. Maybe they are not... Oh, they are not mapped, right? They disabled the mapping or the changing on track. So you cannot turn off on straight and just have them in the corners. Yeah, exactly, Dennis. Well, that's a very good thing. Otherwise, the SimHub macros would be working very hard. Brake checking. That's not how to do rolling start. I don't like how this is going. That was a good start. Yeah, of course he's gonna try to kill me. And now he'll try that into every of these corners. Man, come on! Well, I mean, luckily he spun or something. Seems like I am lacking a little bit of pace. Although P1 just... I think he just gained a 10th on me. I struggle with how loose the rear is, despite it being a lot better than with other cars. That's not a cut. P4 behind has some serious pace. I drive a Beetle, yeah. Well, there is another Beetle ahead of me that's considerably quicker. Nice rotation. I keep trying to turn in too early. No idea why. I don't understand these corners. Sector 1 and Sector 2 are great, and then I arrived at the last two corners and I forget how to drive a car. It's a good sight to see clouds of smoke in the braking zones. Maybe I have a chance. How did I lose the delta compared to my previous lap? I basically died previous lap in the last corner, On this lap it was quite okay. Oh, yeah. I thought he was gonna spin off towards the outside. But the car kept creeping towards the right. Well, I'd like to say that's a P1 for me after penalties, but there are probably no penalties. And now that Corvette is gonna probably eat me alive. A shame, if those two kept battling for 2 more corners side by side, I would be on their rears. Luckily I do have a little bit of pace compared to the guy behind. I feel like I'm turning in later and later every lap, but I keep ending up at a way too early apex. This is tricky. Touching the brake pedal causes more rotation than turning in, and then I have no idea what to do with the steering wheel. Porsche is on fire, indeed. And then one time when I finally hit the apex properly, I get snap oversteer. Did I squeeze him? Was it a dirty defense? I think it was not a reactionary defense, and I never went more to the left, I think. Yeah, like I think he thought that there would be a gap on the inside, but it turned out that I stayed more to the left. And then he touched the grass and then he touched me. This balance is so weird. Looks like I need to be cutting the apex curb fully, otherwise I lose the rear. Ooh, okay. I guess I need to cut more. I bet with ABS on, this car is so nice to drive. So 2 more, no, it's 3 more laps. Then my fuel might be slightly marginal. Yeah, this corner, yeah, you just need to kill the curb, eat it fully, and then the car is fine. Five times correcting the rear slide. I just don't know how to take that corner. If I want to, like, rotate the car, it inevitably results in having to catch it. Why is it not rotating now? I'm so confused. So last lap, and fuel is 2.7, 2.6. Okay, I'm gonna be fine. Hi Michi, it's a win because P1 would get plus 10 seconds penalty at least for killing P2. I think. Would need to check replay. Wow, I only had to correct it once. Well, I mean, alright, for the first time with the Porsche. And the fuel was spot on. Well, I did lift 3 times, so plus 1 liter, 34 liters would be even better. But considering start in P5 and seeing big death even before turn 1, I'm happy with this. Also P1 is higher with DR than me, so that's gonna be quite a plus. Soon he is apologizing for that dive into turn 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more race to make that question mark from the stream thumbnail bigger than 1. But I would have so much to learn. Oh, hello. Yeah. Did I click escape? I think. Send error report. Only 1 error report today. Not bad. Yeah, Michi, I don't know. This year's luck. Well, not sure how much of it is luck. I mean, yeah. Part is luck, part is trying to not be involved in ridiculous incidents. But sometimes you cannot do much about it. We have 2 Israelis. Never seen those flags yet in LMU. before I forget, back into controls and calibrate and turn off. And if you need explanation what I'm doing here, if it's on, then it's like 330 with the LMP2. And it's just a bit too aggressive for me. I'd like to rotate slightly more, so that increases the steering ratio. Okay, well, join practice because the results are not up yet for Fuji. I hope some fast guys join now. LMP2 fixed was always a big challenge. And now it's 83 again. Like, this is a bug. Last 4 weeks on this car, or maybe 3 weeks, on the fixed setup it was 75. Now it's 84. 83, sorry. And it's 5 rear wing. Yeah, Dennis, but I don't know which one is the bug. Is it supposed to be rear wing 5? Front diffuser Le Mans. Spring rate, yeah, on the default setup it was 220. I mean, I will rejoin the actual server anyway in 2 minutes. So I might as well try to see how this handles. Okay, copy, Dennis. Ah, but at Spa I thought the default one had 3. So that was a different bug then. I mean, it handles alright. Kind of. I guess it's a bit stiff. Ah, it's a different setup per track? Oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna try to do the last corner. Okay. Ah, understood. I wanted to check this one. This is a bug. This will be screenshotted and it will go straight to Andy. Anyway, join. Copy, Angel. Must have been a server hiccup. Well, did you actually gain or lose percent on DR as well? Why is there only 10 people on the server? $1.5. I mean, you were the top rated and it's beginner, so kind of makes sense, although it's a bit weird. $83. That means I need to rejoin again. Or am I stuck with the bug? What if that join link is wrong and I need to go through this join link? It will take a year or two until there are tens or hundreds of people with gold DR. Well, let's hope so, Dennis. Quali is soon. $83. What do we do now? I don't have time to rejoin. Unlucky. I cannot even click start driving to do a lap, so... Enjoy the dinner, Angel. Is the setup still broken? It is. I don't know, I guess I drive with broken setup. But I don't know, I remember it being 83 a lot of times before. But how can it load a default setup that's wrong? Like, are there two setups in the folder and then it, like, what does it load if... I assume there is just like one setup for the car. And it loads it. But then, what else can it load apart from that setup? This is definitely a bit trickier to drive. And I'm hitting the rev limiter. And it's a cut. Perfect beginning. But I should have 2 more attempts anyway. And it's super stiff. Let's see, max TC. And this is first gear corner. It must be on the like low speed ratios. And it needs the high speed. Yeah, TC8 is fine. Feels good. No purpose. P1 anyway. Okay. Eight tenths, can I get that? I think I can. Come on. Ah, lost it on that curb in the last corner. P2 for now. With 2 purples. Where did I lose it in sector 1? It was not too bad of a sector 1, although turn 1 exit was not good. Okay. I assume it's gonna be 35 liters or so again. I forgot what we used to need for these races. So 95 seconds. 13 laps. .5. Yeah, 33 actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engines.
Well, this other wrong default setup is quite drivable, to be honest. It's just a bit stiff. Both front and rear spring rate are quite high. Rear ride height is quite high, although I guess for this track you kind of need that. ARBs seem ultra stiff. Anyway, outside into turn 1. I need to mentally prepare to go onto off-road on the left and take a cut and hope I don't get illegal overtake. Or maybe if I get good enough start I can try to sweep around, but no. It's such a weird turn 1. Just no idea what to do. If you go for the inside, you will eventually crash into the guy on the left. Because it's such a short apex. But maybe I can slot behind P1 and defend the inside. He's gonna stop or what? What's he doing? That was weird. But I mean, he made it work. And we both cleanly survived turn 1. Why was that a cut? A bit too far. He has completely different shift points, so he's on the long gears, and he... not worth to stick the nose in. He will have 3 kph more, I think, ish, at the end of the main straight, just because he has the gear to make it. It's funny how last corner is easy flat if you hook that inside, and if you run a little bit wide, it just throws you out into a big understeer. Bad lockup. I will need to overtake in the sector too, I think. He's taking multiple cuts there. We both went into the understeer. Oh, there's the chance. I was not aggressive enough. Was the most unconventional switchback there. Oof, that was a very nice move. Don't give me a cut, thank you. Nice handbrake. He keeps losing 3/10 in that single corner every lap. Otherwise we are kind of tight on pace. I don't think that should have been purple sector 3. There is a very slim chance it actually was, but feels like that's again that purple bug that sometimes happens. It just keeps showing purple S3 regardless of it being purple or not. That corner is saving my race. Well, that was some actual purple S3. Oh, oh dear. How did that happen? I trusted the TC. The TC let me down. Well, 2 laps to get it back. Oi. Okay. I guess that was a returning of the favor. Lucky. Hello, BSSL. But it was a really weird contact. Like I don't know. I kind of helped him, right? Like I put him back, pointing forward. But I don't know, if I broke and tried my best to avoid any contact, then he would have keep half spinning. But he might have kept the position, so I don't know. Well, the last time I hit a half spinning car, I got a penalty for it. Although that was at FSR, and when I hit him, he spun even more. And today I straightened him, so I guess all good. Alright, well, that was fun. 2 races out of 4. One of those on a wrong default setup. That was not too easy to drive, but it was drivable enough. Use the keyboard. He was defending quite well there, like, I mean, there was not much to defend, but he was pulling off lines that prevented me to have a proper go until I went around the outside and switched back into penultimate corner. Was a fun race. Yeah, 2 out of 4. Well, that's because one was with the Vanwall, so that's impossible to win. And another one was... well, if the winner was penalized, then maybe I would won, but... fun 4 races for sure. Let's see what the DR says. And I'm going to clip it, the overtake here, and it's gonna be a short and a reel, because I think it was quite a nice one. Come on, it's a short race, it's a short circuit, you can generate it fast. But yeah, that will be it for the racing for today. I thought I could do the VC weekly, but it's not VC weekly, it's just weekly race, because there is just LMP cars around Le Mans, I think. Let's check actually. Online status. Yeah, 80 minutes Le Mans Oreca LMP2. Although I don't think I will do it, because on Saturday we have Targa Florio. I need to do some corners for that. And then on Saturday I have a LAN event on ACC. So that's why I was driving Monza and BMW M2. Still generating. Why so long? Meanwhile, so I lost here. I lost the R because of qualifying. Like, this is for Fuji. So I was P2 and I was expected to finish P2 because P1 was Angel and he's hired DR driver. No, this is not right. Why is quali overweighting the race? Okay, Andy will take a look tomorrow. So, Algarve, is it generated? Oh, there we go. Plus 1.3. And I wonder how much I lost because I qualified second instead of first. Who would know? Oh, it's gonna be platinum safety rating very soon. Anyway, well guys, that's it for today. Thanks for enjoying the racing with me. Thanks for the likes and the comments and bringing some company. And see you, I think, on Saturday. Maybe tomorrow, but most likely on Saturday. Have a good night. Bye bye.